You are entering a season where discernment matters more than speed. Not everything that opens is from God, and not everything that delays is from the enemy. Michael's presence ensures that what comes next aligns with your assignment, not your impatience. That is why rushing would have cost you peace. That is why waiting is shaping your strength. Right now, heaven is rearranging things quietly. Conversations are happening you know nothing about. Decisions are being influenced in your favor without your involvement. Resistance is being pushed back slowly but permanently. This is how God works when something real is coming. Loud miracles impress people, but silent preparation preserves destiny. Do not misinterpret this season. You are not being ignored. You are being trained. You are not being tested to fail. You are being tested to lead. Michael stands beside those who are being prepared for responsibility, not just blessing. Because blessing without maturity becomes a burden. God is making sure you can carry what you prayed for. Soon, clarity will replace confusion. Peace will replace pressure. Direction will replace uncertainty. And when the breakthrough comes, it will not come with chaos, but with confirmation. You will recognize it not by noise, but by peace. That is how you will know it is from God. Until then, remain steady. Stay obedient in small things. Guard your thoughts. Protect your faith. You do not need to fight harder, you need to trust deeper. Michael is still standing watch. Heaven is still active. God is still faithful. And what is being prepared for you right now will make sense of every tear, every delay, and every silent battle you survived. This season did not come to end you. It came to establish you. And when you step into what God has aligned, you will realize that the strongest angel was never just fighting for you, he was preparing you to walk boldly into the future God already secured. There comes a moment in every spiritual journey when God allows pressure not to break you, but to reveal who you really trust. This is that moment. The reason everything feels quiet on the surface yet intense inside is because you are standing at a turning point. Heaven is watching how you respond when there is no applause, no instant result, no visible sign. And in this exact space, Archangel Michael stands closest. Not to rush the process, but to make sure the process does not destroy you. The enemy hoped isolation would weaken you. He hoped silence would confuse you. He hoped delay would make you doubt God's voice. But what he didn't expect was that isolation would sharpen your discernment, silence would deepen your faith, and delay would strengthen your obedience. That is why the attack shifted. What once came externally now tried internally. Thoughts became heavier. Motivation felt lower. Joy felt distant. But even then, you did not quit. And that endurance is evidence of divine backing. Michael does not remove every battle immediately because some battles are allowed to teach authority. You are learning how to stand without reassurance, how to pray without emotion, how to trust without proof. This level of faith is dangerous to the enemy. That is why distractions were sent. That is why old temptations tried to return. That is why confusion tried to look logical. But none of it worked the way the enemy planned, because protection was already surrounding your obedience. Hear this carefully now. There are doors God closed that you keep questioning, but Michael closed them to stop access the enemy was trying to gain. There are people who left that you thought were necessary, but their absence was protection, not punishment. There were opportunities that disappeared that looked promising, but timing would have destroyed you if they stayed. Heaven always sees what you cannot, and Michael enforces what God already decided. You need to hear this clearly now. God has not changed his mind about you. Heaven has not forgotten your prayers. The promises spoken over your life are still valid. The delay did not cancel the assignment. The attack did not erase your calling. The silence did not mean absence. Michael stands as proof that heaven responds when destiny is threatened. Right now, there is a shift happening that you may only recognize later. Certain distractions are losing power. Certain fears are fading. Certain doors that were closed are about to open naturally, without force. This is how divine alignment works. God does not rush, but he never misses. Michael ensures that what opens cannot be shut by the enemy again. This is the moment to strengthen your faith instead of feeding your fear. Speak life even when circumstances are quiet. Obey even when results are unseen. Trust even when logic fails. Because obedience activates protection, and protection preserves purpose. You were not chosen because you were strong, you were protected so you could become strong. When this season passes, you will understand why it had to happen this way. You will see how every delay saved you, how every closed door redirected you, how every battle trained you. And you will realize that Archangel Michael did not remove the storm immediately because the storm was shaping a warrior inside you. So stand firm now. Stay faithful now. Stay humble now. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not losing. Heaven is still involved, Michael is still guarding, and God is still guiding every step. What is coming next will require the strength you are building now, and when it arrives, you will walk into it prepared, protected, and unshaken. This is not just survival. This is transformation. This is preparation for elevation. And no matter how intense the battle became, it could not cancel what God already approved. Because when God assigns Michael, the outcome is never defeat. The outcome is victory. Align me. There is something the enemy hoped you would never realize, and that is this: you were never meant to fight this season by yourself. The reason you felt watched, tested, and stretched from every side is because your growth demanded higher-level protection. Ordinary angels are not assigned to ordinary seasons, and extraordinary protection is never released without extraordinary purpose. Archangel Michael is not present to scare you, he is present to strengthen you. His assignment is not to make noise, but to make sure what God planted in you survives every storm sent against it. While you were questioning your progress, heaven was confirming your position. While you thought you were behind, God was shielding you from attacks that would have destroyed you if you arrived too early. Timing matters in the spiritual realm. God never delays to hurt you, he delays to prepare you. Michael understands timing, strategy, and divine order. That is why things didn't move when you demanded, but they will move when heaven commands. Some of you experienced sudden spiritual fatigue, unexplained heaviness, restless nights, mental pressure, or repeated discouragement. You tried to explain it logically, but it didn't make sense. That was not weakness, that was resistance. When you step closer to purpose, resistance increases. The closer you get to breakthrough, the louder the opposition becomes. But opposition is never a